I'm a third generation farmer and we rent mostly off a local landlord to Burley Estates. We've been farming with them for over 50, 60 years now. I'm really lucky to be farming. I think it's generally one of the best jobs in the world. The pressures are quite harsh because the buck does stop with you. And the problem with farming is you only ever know it's the right decision if it's 12 months down the line, if you made the right one or not. But if you stick by your guns and make choices out of research and feel the gut as well, then you have to go with it. My name's Tim Beaver and welcome to the Rutland Vineyard. So back in 2021, we decided to plant a vineyard. It is a venture into the unknown a little bit. We had no idea quite how the wine was going to taste like, quite what it was going to do, and we certainly haven't got all the answers. But there's lots of people willing to help us around here. It's been really good fun starting a project, and to me, the vines are just another crop really. We're standing right now in vines that we planted in 2021. Now they produced our first harvest a couple of years ago. We're now into harvest number 2. And if we look at the vines, we can see where the crop was from last year that's been cut off. And then in winter time, we've got left with naked vines, we call them. Naked vines are very good because we can have a look where last year's growth was, see where the strong points were, and also see where we've made mistakes previously and where we can improve that growth. But at the moment, if we left those vines all to produce grapes for harvest 25, we've got too many grapes around there, too much growth, we'd end up with small bunches of grapes and poor quality. So what we've done are some vines we've prepared for you on this side. These are pruned already. So what we've done is cut off all the excess growth and we've left one fruiting cane going forward. And this has got harvest 25 in here, which we're quite happy can stay in there until it starts forming in springtime. What's quite interesting as well is we've got harvest 26 forming on the other side. So harvest 25 will be here, tying it down. This year, we'll let these buds grow up, face the other way of the vine, and then next year, in harvest 26, harvest will come from these buds here. This is Charlie, and Charlie's helping us out in the vines. He's gone and pruned about 12,000 so far, Charlie?
10,000 with your help.
10,000 with my minimal help, and then we've got about another 1,000 to go, so we're getting towards the end of it. And Charlie at the moment is going to be cutting off some of last year's growth and choosing where this year's growth is going to be. So one of the fun aspects in the vineyard we're looking forward to doing, which we couldn't really do on the arable side, is try and maybe produce some kind of cover crop to feed the vines going forward. So what we've done is planted a 10-way mix on the floor of clover and red fescue grasses. And the idea is the red clover and the white clover in the ground will help increase the mycorrhizal fungi in the soil. Now, this will increase the fungal bacterial balance in the soil, and basically it means the vines prefer the fungal mix and the mycorrhizal fungi prefer the fungal mix as well. So they'll attach themselves to the vine roots and they'll hopefully have a symbiotic relationship. They can scavenge for phosphorus and nitrogen in the ground easier, which means I haven't got to put any fertilizers on at all. And so this has been in for 4 years now, since 2021, since we planted it. We're finding the soil's a lot more friable going forward. We've got higher earthworm counts in the soil as well, which is good going forward. So that can only be a good thing going forward for the vines. So typical climate change, the weather's very changeable around here. So let's go inside the tasting barn and try the good side. So we're now in the tasting barn and we've got our first 2 wines from 2023. So this was pretty nervous. We had no idea quite how they were going to taste going forward. No one's produced wine around here for 2,000 years. And even back then in the Roman times, apparently it's pretty awful and had to be blended in with the good French stuff coming in. So we knew it all worked on paper and we were relieved with 2023, really lucky. The 3 hottest day of the year in 2023 were in September. And that forced all the sugars into the berries early on. And that meant we had high sugars and a good early harvest. So we gave the grapes the best possible chance of producing and maturing well. We then sent the grapes away to a winery on the south coast called Define Wine, and they helped produce the wine with direction from us for the flavour profile. So we were really nervous about the first wines coming back because it kind of would set the business direction for the next 20 years if the wine was drinkable or not. And we're very relieved to say it was drinkable, and it seems to be all the little 2 or 3% that we were hoping would work out in the vineyard have produced nice wine at the end of the day. We produced about 6,000 bottles in our first year, and we've sold out in the first 6 months, which is brilliant as well. So a part of the vineyard idea and trying to get people up here, we thought we're trying to offer a bit more than just wine if possible, trying to get people an excuse to have a walk around the countryside. We've got a great view here as well. So we've got a kilometre long nature trail around the vineyard, and we've got some beehives down here as well. Now the vines are self-pollinating, so we don't really need them for the viticulture side of it. But the honeybees are fascinating things to watch. We can sell the honey from the barn, which helps as well. But it also helps us to talk about the sustainable side of farming. I think farming probably is the biggest job in the world because we do need to eat every day. Food has to come from somewhere, and the environment is always working against us. The environment is always trying to change, and we're always getting new pests and diseases coming through. We're getting resistance across the board, and we've got population growth. And the idea of farming is you do farm as if you're going to live forever, but party as if you're going to die tomorrow. So that's quite a good reason to have a vineyard as well.